In this video, we'll cover key points on safe medicines management, controlled drugs, and rapid tranquilization within an inpatient mental health setting. The aim is to give you clear, practical reminders you can apply on the ward every day. Adrenaline 1 in 1000 for anaphylaxis must be stored in a secure but accessible place at room temperature, protected from light, and not in the fridge. Medicines that need refrigeration are stored between 2 and 8 degrees Celsius. Rooms where medicines are kept should not exceed 25 degrees Celsius. When medicines arrive from pharmacy, you must check them against the order or delivery note if one is available. Make sure you rotate stock so that items with the shortest expiry date are used first. Controlled drugs and medicines that need the fridge must be identified and put away immediately, not left until later in the shift. Patients' own medicines remain the patient's property. They can be used for that same patient if they are assessed as suitable. They can be disposed of with the patient's consent, and they can be returned to the patient on discharge if still appropriate. However, they must never be used for another patient, and they must not be recycled back into ward or pharmacy stock. Some tablets can be crushed and others must not be. Modified release formulations, irritant tablets like alendronic acid, and hazardous or teratogenic medicines such as finasteride should not be crushed. Plain coamoxiclav and thiamine tablets can generally be crushed if the prescriber agrees and local policy allows. Some medicines are critical and should not be missed. Examples include desmopressin, carbidopa for Parkinson's disease, insulin, and carbamazepine for epilepsy. Missing these doses can rapidly lead to serious harm. By contrast, medicines like senna, trimethoprim, or alendronic acid are important, but a single delayed dose is usually not immediately critical. Medicines reconciliation is not optional. It should be completed as soon as possible after admission, ideally within 24 hours and certainly within 48 hours. You should also reconcile medicines before giving regular doses wherever possible, when a prescription chart is written or rewritten and again at discharge. You must use multiple independent sources to build the most accurate list of a patient's current medicines. Valid sources include the patient's own labeled medicines, GP repeat prescriptions, and summaries. At discharge, medicines must be individually labeled with the patient's name, the medicine, the dose, and clear directions. Patients are usually supplied with around 7 days of medicines. The discharge, prescription, and summary must clearly document allergies and all medicine changes, what has been started, stopped, or dose adjusted, and why. During a medicines round, you should sign the administration record only after you have given the medicine and seen it taken or started. There should be no unexplained gaps on the administration record. If a medicine is not given, you must record this with the correct omission code and a clear reason, not leave the box blank. Your organization will have a critical medicines list, for example insulin, anticoagulants, Parkinson's medicines, and some anti-epileptics. These should never be omitted or delayed. Methotrexate is a special case. It is a cytotoxic, teratogenic, high-risk medicine. It is usually taken once a week, not daily. Because of risks, it requires specific monitoring. Each organization appoints a controlled drug accountable officer at senior level, often the medical director, to oversee safe management of controlled drugs. Any incident involving controlled drugs, in any schedule from 2 to 5, including illicit substances, should be reported as a CD-related incident on Datix or your local reporting system. On inpatient wards, access to the controlled drug cupboard is restricted. The keys are usually held by a designated registered nurse. Unregistered staff must not hold the keys. Healthcare assistants and student nurses can act as witnesses. They can watch the registered nurse select and prepare, but they must not retrieve the CD or administer it themselves. Tamper-evident seals should only be broken when a dose is needed. When performing a balance check, you must reconcile every relevant entry so that physical stock and recorded balance agree.